Hello YouTube, I'm Joanna, this is Tina, and we are crafting with Tina. Today I'm going to show you how to make a cute little paper cone to hold bouquets, and then you can hang it on a neighbor's door as a way of saying Happy May Day on May 1st, which is the traditional way to celebrate. And in the meantime, I'm going to give this little nugget here a little food to chomp on. It's getting to be our dinner time. We'll use some simple materials to make this, and if you don't have any of these items, you can easily substitute. So I'm using some sturdy craft paper, and I'm going to decorate with a doily. Also some tape. You could also use glue or stapler, scissors, some ribbon. I also have this plain ribbon too, which might be a nice touch. And then for the next part, when you actually put the flowers in the cone, I've gathered these super cute tiny flowers from my yard. I don't even garden, but it just so happens that we've got some cute flowers there in the backyard, and I was able to find some. I think they're gonna look really cute. All right. Not as cute as you though, Tina. To start, cut out a triangle of paper, and it doesn't have to be a perfect triangle. Whatever dimensions you use, it'll just change the shape and size of the cone a little bit. So there'll be some variation in everyone's designs. There's no one right way to do it. Then you start with the point at the top and you start to roll. And you almost just want to make it look like a waffle cone. So just roll, 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 roll. There we go, and it'll have this little point at the top. And I'm gonna use should I use a staple or tape? I'm gonna use a stapler for this. All right, so I'm now just gonna staple it in a couple places to hold it secure. And maybe another down here. Oops. Of course, young kids, please ask for help before using a stapler. They can be sharp. And I'm grabbing a hole punch, and I'll use the hole punch to hang a little ribbon from this. In fact, I might do a hole on either side so that the ribbon hangs onto two spots instead of putting all of that pressure and weight onto one spot. Now, as for decoration, there's many ways you can decorate this. You could get some hot glue gun and put some fabric or trim around the edge. You could use a variety of different papers with patterns. You could use stamps before you roll it up and put stamps and pattern all over this. You could draw on it. There are a lot of options. One I found on Pinterest that I thought was a nice way to reuse some materials from Valentine's is to use a doily. This one is a heart doily. And let's see here. I'm just going to move that around until I find a spot that looks good. I think centered up with the bottom of the heart right there looks good. Going to take a little Scotch tape here, and the idea of this is just to be a nice temporary thing to put the flowers in, to deliver to your neighbors. Maybe just make them smile, cheer them up a little bit in this time of social distancing. I think everybody enjoys getting a little delivery to their doorstep, but especially now when it's harder for us to go out. So this is looking pretty good. I'm going to attach this pretty ribbon to the top. And I'll attach by first bringing it inside this hole. And I'm going to tie maybe a couple knots, and those knots will keep it from coming through the hole and keep it secure, like this. Then We'll do the same for the other side. I'm going to trim this down a little bit because it doesn't need to be that long. It just needs to be long enough that you could hang it over a door handle. And again, I just started from the outside going in. Pull that through. Now there's this nice chunky knot, and that will keep it from slipping through the hole that was punched. So we have this super cute, I'm gonna call it a vase. In Victorian times, these little bouquets were referred to as tussie mussies. I like their simplicity. Now, the next part is just getting this to your neighbor and making sure that the flowers stay hydrated. So for that, you'll want to use some plastic wrap and some paper towel. I know paper towel is in high demand now. I did just recently go to the grocery store though, and the store was wonderfully stocked up with paper towel and toilet paper, and I was happy to see both of those items back on the shelf. So hopefully they're back on the shelves in your neighborhood too. And then here in my favorite My Little Pony mug, I just have a little bit of water that we'll use to hydrate the flowers. So Tina here's still licking her peanut butter, and I have my plastic wrap out. I'm just gonna fold this in half because it's a bit tall just on its own. So I'm folding it in half lengthwise, then taking a paper towel into the water. I'm gonna wring it out so it's not completely soaked. You want it to be damp, of course, but not completely soaked because that's gonna make a mess if you do. And then I'm gonna take these lovely flowers in this Boston Terrier mug. This was a gift from my sister, and I believe she purchased it from Society 6 is the website, and they print different designs from artists and illustrators onto housewares, things like mugs, phone cases, posters, pillow cushions, all kinds of good stuff. So just a little plug for Society 6. It's a way to support artists and also get unique things for your home. So I'm just going to lay the bottom of these flowers in here. Tuck them in. Then I'm going to bring this saran wrap up, and that'll help keep things a little bit drier so that the cone doesn't get too wet. Let's just fuss with that a little bit. And just kind of gently roll it up like so. And again, the idea is not for this to be a long-term solution, just something to keep it snug and hydrated while it's traveling over. What do you think, Miss Tina? She likes it. And for our final exhibit, we take this little paper cone. We're going to gently tuck the flowers inside, and voila, we have a beautiful tussie mussie and one hungry pup. Unedited, folks. Thank you for joining us for this short episode of Craftin' with Tina. I hope you bring some cheer to your neighbors with this May Day Tussie Mussie on May 1st. And you have a great day. See you next time.